Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha. Om Hrim Nithyanandaya Namaha.
All kids should go to school, right? But what kind of school? Hindu countries previously numbered 56, states as 200, and 1,000 provinces. As Hinduism loses this political legitimacy, its spiritual, religious, cultural, and social legitimacy was bombarded by murderous anti-Hindu forces. Legislation saying Nepal's Kumaris must attend regular schools has destroyed their superconscious powers. Manifesting superconsciousness healing Kumaris has been degraded by mixing into the day-to-day distractions of modernity. The great blessings of the Hindu Kumaris has been lost, destroyed by what seemed to be a good suggestion towards education. Modern systems pale in comparison to enlightened Vedic society. Reviving the ancient tradition is needed. Protecting the Kumari community is needed. Ferociousness to reach oneness with Paramashivoham. The identity we carry in the waking state, deep sleep state, dream state, Turiya state, and all the 25 states of consciousness, each identity is independent. The moment we realize the undercurrent of all these 25 identities, we are pure consciousness, which is the source of us, which is Paramashiva. As long as our identities play separate games without getting integrated to the source, we continue to remain in suffering. Ferociousness. It can be psychological ferociousness, physical ferociousness. It can be ferociousness to detoxify our system, ferociousness to break from patterns, ferociousness to break from addictions, ferociousness to manifest the higher understandings, ferociousness to live the higher understandings. Blessed are those who are able to convince themselves that they are ultimate. They are able to cross the last delusion of self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. We complete today's segment with a quotation from Source. Hindu is a person who solves every problem of his life based on the cosmic principles.
Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Nithyananda, we welcome all of you with the blessings of our Guru, His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda. We welcome all the viewers on YouTube Live, Facebook Live and Nithyananda TV Live. My name is Nithya Purnananda Swami, and today with me I have Nithya Triakshananda. Today, let us go slightly into an existential topic, the intelligence to realize that life is a dream. How many times have we all heard that life is a dream? And how many of us have actually been able to cognize that life is a dream? The intelligence, in fact, to cognize this monumental understanding about reality can come actually through only one way, which is the initiation from the Guru.
So actually, to understand this whole concept that life is a dream, we need to understand two statements very, very clearly. The first one is that whatever you think as the world is made of the same stuff of which your dreams are made. And the second statement is that whatever you see has been created by you, and you have the capacity to change the whole thing as you want. So if you understand these statements, you can use it for many purposes, and you can use it to create the reality that you want to create. The way that you create your dreams, if you understand the power that creates your dreams, you will be able to express your dreams. This means that because reality is made of the same stuff as dreams, you can manifest whatever reality you want to manifest. In the Shivoham process in 2015, Swamiji had explained a very clear concept. He said, everything, whether it is within us or it is outside of us, whether it is inner reality or outer reality, everything is nothing but sounds and lines. A combination of sounds and lines is what creates the reality within us and outside of us. So for example, within us we have certain sounds. There are certain words that we are constantly repeating to ourselves. We have our identity. We believe that this is me, this is who I am, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this is what I can do, this is what I cannot do. These are the sounds that we are repeating inside of us constantly. And then these sounds become visualizations inside of us. This means that when something is happening, when there is a situation, we have already visualized what is going to be the outcome before even seeing what is going to happen. When we see a certain situation happening, when we see certain people reacting in a certain way, we are already deciding that this is what is going to happen. For example, if I believe that everything I do is a failure, then even before I start doing something, I already cognize that this is going to end in failure. These are the kind of visualizations and these are the kind of sounds that we carry inside of ourselves. And these sounds and lines actually become our reality. These manifest from our inner reality to our outer reality. These sounds and lines, this is actually the stuff of which our dreams are made, and this is the stuff of which our reality is made.
See, we have always, somewhere outside, especially these viewers, we have all somewhere would have heard that life is a dream. This concept that life is a dream. But on a day-to-day basis, we always think our life is an accident. It is not an accident. It is an incident. If you understand this one statement, Swamiji says, your life can change in so many ways. If you just cognize life is a dream and your life happenings, it is not an accident, it is an incident, only then, with that clarity, you'll have a lot of understanding about the way you function, and that actually can change your life in so many ways. It can change your very visualization, your thinking pattern, your imagination which creates your dreams, and most of the time actually we create dreams which contradicts themselves. Thus it creates confusion, and actually we realize the kind of energy that gets wasted with these unnecessary dreams. If we just realize that the reality that you can create actually just with this energy that is getting wasted can create a better reality that you are living in right now.
Actually, the way our dreams are one level of reality for us. When we are in a dream, we feel that whatever is happening around us is real. We are so engaged in that dream. We feel like the people we are talking to are real, the things that are happening to us are real, where we are is real, whatever is happening, it feels so real. Only after waking up, we realize, oh, that was a dream, that was not real, that was not reality. The same way, it's actually given in the Upanishads, and this is what Swamiji has explained as well. That same way, what we experience as the waking state, the Jagrat state, what we experience as reality while we are awake, even that is only one level of reality. Beyond this, when we are awakened beyond this waking state, there are higher levels of reality. The Turiya state, the Turiyatita state. In those states, the waking state seems like a dream. That is why Swamiji says life is a dream. The reason he says life is just another dream is because the waking state that we experience on a day-to-day basis is nothing but just one level of reality. When we understand this fact, when we understand the way this whole perception of reality works, just by understanding this, we will be able to manifest whatever it is that we want to manifest in our lives. And it is actually only by this deep understanding that we can come to some sort of a deep relaxation, just settling into what it is we are and how we function. It is only by this understanding that we can get rid of that inner unfulfillment or that subtle irritation that we experience with life.
Now, we may or may not have understood, may or may not have heard this from various sources, you may or may not have experienced this, but you have to understand one thing. Just like how only when you get an ID, you will be able to install apps or even update it actually. Until then, everything runs on trial mode. The same way, only with initiation from the unmanifest of Paramashiva, which is the Guru, His Divine Holiness, Paramahamsa Nithyananda, one is able to live these fundamental truths as a lifestyle. Until then, actually, unfortunately, it just stays as a cognition, as a knowledge. In this day and age, where being spiritual but not religious is a fashion, the power of initiation from the unmanifest of Paramashiva, the Guru, should not be taken for granted. It is not only a boon, but actually it is an elite and royal access to taking the quantum jump of Jivatma to Paramatma. As a matter of fact, it is not only a privilege but a need of the hour. Cognizing, internalizing that whatever you think as the world is made of the same stuff of which your dreams are made of is a very powerful cognition that only comes to its full potential of power manifestation as described in an over 100,000-year-old tradition called Sanatana Dharma, where Paramashiva himself, the source, clearly describes that only with the initiation from the unmanifest form of Paramashiva, which is the Guru, His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda, one will achieve the fruition of this cosmic truth. Only with such an initiation, you will realize the power of your dream and reality.
Actually, the very source of our visualization, the very source of our intelligence is nothing but clear visualization. It is the very intelligence with which we operate. The energy behind that is clear visualization. Whenever we are planning something and whenever there is intense planning going into something, that only means that our visualization is not complete, because pure and clear visualization is in a person. The intelligence that is behind this visualization is what creates spontaneity in any person. Events happen spontaneously around such a person, and any updating or development that is required also happens automatically. There is nothing that a person needs to do, there is no effort they need to put in, there is no time they need to put in. It is just through the pure power of that visualization that anything happens spontaneously around them. Actually, a beautiful example of this is Swamiji's very life. Just 15 years ago, Swamiji came here to the place that today we call Adi Kailash. He came here at a time where we did not even know that this place is Adi Kailash. 15 years ago, when he came here, where the banyan tree is, he lived in a small tiny hut with just one cow. And in such modest beginnings, Swamiji wanted to inaugurate this whole place. He had just maybe half an acre of land with this tiny hut and one small cow, and he wanted to inaugurate it. And for the inauguration, he designed his own invitation. He went to the printer, he got it printed, he distributed it himself, he even got his own photo shoot done just for this. He did everything himself, all by himself. And at that time, the invitation, what it said is, "Welcome to the inauguration of Nithyananda Puri." The way he is saying it, as if he is inaugurating a huge palace and a kingdom. But this is exactly what he has always said. At that time, his visualization was complete. No matter what the situation was or the way things looked to him at that time, he was very, very clear that what he sees this place as is a kingdom. Today, we live in an Adinam where you have more than 200 Adinavasis, you have so many Gurukul Balasans with a full-fledged functioning Gurukul, you have a Sacred Arts University, we have so many programs halls, a kitchen that is able to feed thousands of people. And this kind of campus is something that is possible today, that exists today, just because at that time Swamiji had such a clear visualization of what he wanted of this whole place. Without that visualization, this place could have never been what it is today. And that visualization is what made it possible for Swamiji to create this place out of no effort. It did not require any planning. He just always knew this needs to be done or that needs to be done. To build this temple, these are the things that need to be done. To build the kitchen, these are the things that need to be done. It required no planning, just simple execution of what needs to be done. And this is the kind of intelligence, the cosmic intelligence. This is the way it manifests, just through a clear visualization.
Now the beautiful part about this is, Swamiji is exactly giving us the initiation into such processes, into such experiences where, with the software of a Vedagamic software initiated by Swamiji himself, one takes a quantum jump of being a Jivatma where you have to plan everything, moving to Paramatma where just with clear visualization from holding the right space, one manifests life around them. Now, Swamiji beautifully said, You only start planning when you don't have clear visualization. Now what stops man from having a clear visualization is the software that he carries, the kind of inner software, the kind of cognitions he cherishes. And for that, just understanding truths about life, of course, it is a strength, but the real moment when it becomes a weapon for you and it manifests life such a way that you are operating from the state and space of Paramashiva is only possible with the initiation of a guru, which is going to happen in just a few minutes from now. We need to get ready to be able to receive that initiation. It's not a joke. We need to hold the right space even to have the initiation, even to just be a sponge to absorb every single thing that is going to happen the moment Swamiji graces us with his darshan. So to be able to be in the right spaces, just be relaxed. Be in the space of listening, because only with the space of listening, he showers and fills every part of you, every bit of you, where naturally the inner software, the inner space that you carry is naturally energized with the initiation of the Guru, where then whatever gems that comes out as knowledge and understanding manifest as reality in your life seamlessly and effortlessly. With that, let us all close our eyes and hold the space, be completely relaxed and be established in the space of listening, to imbibe, to receive the darshan of the unmanifest form of Paramashiva, our beloved Swamiji, His Divine Holiness, Paramahamsa Nithyananda. Thank you, Nithyananda.
Modern science says that all that exists, whether manifest or unmanifest, is a probability. Infinite probabilities create a quantum field of infinite potential. An observer collapses the probability wave into a particle. Your intention thus creates the reality. Called the observer effect, it is the very act of observation that precipitates any reality into existence. Hinduism is far advanced than this primitive understanding in the modern day. Hindus know this field of infinite potential as Paramashiva. Paramashiva permeates everything, manifest and unmanifest. He is intelligent, compassionate, and a myriad other auspicious qualities. Our scriptures provide detailed descriptions of how to invoke His presence on the earthly plane, the visualizations that manifest Him, the mantras, sounds that invoke Him, how He looks, His various dimensions, the actions that please Him and have His blessings rain on you, the times in the past when He has manifested for us and led us through a breakthrough. Hinduism knows the art of communing with Paramashiva to manifest any reality we want. And when our effort and all the knowledge isn't enough, He Himself incarnates in human body to show us how, to liberate us, to show us where we are stuck, to take us to oneness. Pratyaksha Pada Puja to His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda, Paramashiva incarnate. Sit at His sacred feet, let Him awaken you to your field of infinite possibilities, to your oneness with Him. Register now, Pratyaksha Pada Puja.
Hindu knowledge transmission is totally different from anything known to the world by the name education. What Paramashiva shared with me, it was like intense cosmic downloading happening. unimaginable. Every word he was uttering, petabytes of information was getting transmitted into my system. The system was getting loaded. When we say Dakshinamurti teaches in silence, it is not that he never utters a word, but the number of words uttered and the quantity and quality of the knowledge, information transmitted does not logically connect or equate, rationally inexplicable. This is unique knowledge transmission method of Sanatana Hindu Dharma. You cannot use the word education for this, no. That is why we cannot say Nithyananda Hindu University is reviving Hindu education system. No, it is reviving Hindu knowledge transmission system.
Technology is constantly evolving, allowing us to do more and more in less time, but yet we still feel empty and disconnected from people and life around us. We constantly search for the secret of fulfillment in various ways, searching how to have the ultimate experience. We need a permanent solution, and that solution is oneness, union with the divine. Authentic yoga is the only path to powerfulness and to experience union with the divine. Paramashiva. Nithyananda Yoga is the revival of authentic yoga, where all 12 components of yoga are experienced.
This authentic yoga has a backbone of 4 levels of yoga with 12 inbuilt components. His Divine Holiness is also revealing various other ancient dimensions of yoga that exist on the pole, rope, ground, water, air, and more. The revival of these authentic forms of yoga allows you to experience the anti-sex with Paramashiva, which is described in the sacred scriptures of Shashtanga Yoga. It literally guides one to a super conscious breakthrough. Then, only the true experience of yoga happens through the manifestation of the powers of Paramashiva. This is how authentic yoga is identified.
Come experience the ultimate in all the dimensions of your life. Paramashivoham.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव
Madi Muga உலகில் உலகனைத்தும் கிடந்து நீக்கும் காலத்தில் கடவுள் காற்றே போல என்னை காக்க வருவாய் வருவாயே வருவாயே
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव समारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि पराशक्ति मध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject for the webinar: intelligence to realize life is a dream. I'll repeat the topic. Intelligence to realize life is a dream. I'll tell you the most powerful, most important sacred secret. Listen intensely. Come along with me. When you realize your dream is a dream and wake up, just see. Only 2 times. 1. When your dream is really becoming real as you want. An example. Your dream girl or dream boy, your secret crush, with whom you want to spend intimate time. You start dreaming about that person. When you are getting intimate, you will wake up. Same way the food. You are fasting, not eating for few number of days. And you get the exact food you always wanted to eat in your dream. The moment your tongue is about to taste the food, you will wake up. Understand the important sacred secret, powerful cognition. Whenever you are life positive and make your dreams and visions into reality, you will wake up the whole thing. Is not the ultimate reality. Listen. Don't think this word not ultimate reality is in a negative connotation. No. If you realize the dream is a dream, you are pushed to the higher consciousness. If you realize the waking state is not waking state, you will be pushed to the Turiya, the higher state. So being life positive and realizing your dream, realizing your vision leads you to the next higher and higher levels of consciousness, just to become enlightened, be life positive. If you taste the dream which you always wanted, when you are about to taste, you will wake up to Jakrat. In the Jakrat, means the waking state. If you are life positive and about to taste exactly what you want, you will wake up to Turiya, the next level of consciousness. In Turiya, when you are about to merge with your Ishta Devata, you will wake up to Turiya Adita. Like how I was trying to hug Arunagiri Yogeshwara and I woke up to Turiya Adita. Understand? I will reveal one more sacred secret. Listen carefully. Whenever you have the nightmare, the worst thing is about to happen. Snake is about to bite. Tiger about to catch your neck. You are about to fall from the cliff. You wake up. It means, listen carefully, the highest sacred secret. Just by listening, you will be liberated. No danger, including death, can destroy you. When it is about to happen, you will wake up to higher reality. Listen carefully. When you are about to fall from cliff, you will wake up to awakened state. Dream will disappear. Same way, the worst fears you have in your life, if the worst fear you have is falling into the ocean and dying, or the flight in which you are going falling an accident, or you getting imprisoned, or your all the wealth is taken away from you. Whatever is the worst fear you have, understand, if that becomes reality, you will only wake up. You will not be destroyed. Understand? If this one powerful cognition clicks with you, you are free from the fears. There can be nothing. The substance out of which you are made cannot be destroyed. You are Akshara Purusha. Your worst fears, when they become reality, you only wake up to the next level reality. You don't get destroyed. That is what happens to you when you leave the body. Your worst fear is death. When it is becoming reality, you will wake up to the higher reality. You are not going to get destroyed. When the snake bites you in the dream, when you fall from the cliff, when tiger snatches you on your neck, are you dying? No, you wake up to higher state. I tell you, this exactly same happens when you die. All your worst fears, when they are realized, you are pushed to the next level of consciousness. There is no destruction happens in you. Sometimes I feel like holding your neck and pushing this truth into your mouth. Because I have woken up. I have seen Turyatita. I am telling you. From Turyatita I am screaming. The highest state, 25th state, I am screaming. Hey, your worst fears, when you realize, you will actually wake up. You are not going to be destroyed. You are Akshara Purusha. You cannot be destroyed. You cannot be killed. You don't need to be saved. Listen to these two truths today and cognize them. First thing, the secret crushes in your heart which you never able to enjoy in your life, you always felt missed. Whether your puppy love, first love, or some fantasy girl, fantasy boy, or fantasy food. When you are about to enjoy, how you wake up. Same way in your life, whenever you are about to have a next level breakthrough, realizing your vision, you will be raised to next level of consciousness. I tell you. In Turiya, I was experiencing Arunagiri Yogeshwara. My such intense desire to become one with him, when I was about to hug him, I woke up and realized in Turyatita, he and me are in oneness. Just like how when you try to hug your dream girl or dream boy in your dream, you wake up to the waking state. Same way in Turiya state, I try to hug him and I woke up to Turyatita state. Nothing ever gets destroyed in you. You are Akshara Purusha. You are direct ray of Paramashiva. You are direct manifestation of Paramashiva. You are direct expression of Paramashiva. You are rooted in Paramashiva. Listen. Extreme fear or extreme greed, when they are about to be realized, you just wake up. You are pushed to the higher reality. If you just cognize this one, if you just cognize this one, you are free from all fears. Understand? Bhaktika has a question. Does it mean no one dies unconsciously? Everyone is pushed to only next state. Yes, everyone is pushed to next state, but that doesn't mean you become enlightened. Next state of natural selection of DNA you are pushed into. The natural selection of DNA, next state you get into. Understand? DNA's natural selection growth is Dharma. If the conscious decision interferes in the affairs of natural growth of DNA's natural selection process of DNA, it is called moksha. Understand? Your natural selection process of your DNA is called Dharma. If your conscious decision interferes and gives a quantum jump to the natural selection process and liberates you, it is called moksha. When I say you are akshara, you are never dying. You don't die, I mean it is Dharma. If superconscious intervention happens, and you practice, you do something higher with the initiation, Guru's grace and all that, it is moksha. When I say nobody is allowed to die unconsciously, it is true. That does not mean everyone becomes enlightened. That is true. The natural selection process, waking up and moving to the next level is Dharma. That is what I said. You are Akshara Purusha. Worst nightmare also wakes you up, and best intimacy also wakes you up. But in the natural selection process, you may again fall into the next level dream. But if the conscious decision intervenes, you are liberated once for all from all nightmares and intimate dreams. You neither get wet dream nor get nightmare. That is liberation. If you cognize today what I shared, this powerful cognition, whether dream which makes you feel your desires are becoming real, or the dream which makes you feel your fears are becoming real, both only wakes you up and pushes you to the next level. The natural selection of DNA goes to the next. That is Dharma. Even understanding Dharma, you are liberated from fears. Next, moksha. If the conscious decision process, conscious selection interferes in your natural selection process of DNA, you are liberated. You are liberated. And I tell you, to all my initiated disciples, I give you the guarantee and commitment. During your death, I will be there personally supporting your natural selection process with my conscious decision process. If you want complete liberation, I will make sure you are completely liberated. If you want to take one more conscious birth, I will make sure you are born in the womb of my initiated disciple, in the womb where you can experience my space and DNA. You will be born to my disciples and grow in the ambience of Kailasa and manifest powers. From the childhood, you will live like my prince, princess, with this conscious memory and raise to the next levels of consciousness. Understand? I am not giving you empty word, false promise. I am responsible when I am uttering these words. Just want you to be awakened to the next level of consciousness. If you are stuck in dream, at least raise to dream waking. Then from dream waking to waking. Then from waking to waking awakened. Then from waking awakened to awakened. Then from awakened to awakened alive. Then from awakened alive to alive. Turiyatita. Understand? It's like when you know you are going to faint, you tell your mother, hey, if I faint, don't let me die, just sprinkle water on my face and wake me up and treat me and heal me, make me all right. Same way, whenever you take initiation from me, you give me the right to deal you, take care of you when you leave the body. When you are not able to handle yourself, you give me the right to handle you. It is giving me the GPA during your transition. I do my job properly, responsibly. All my initiated disciples, be rest assured, you have given a GPA to a person who is very responsible and capable. I will be there to do my job, consciously intervening and liberating you. If you want one more birth, I'll provide conscious birth opportunity. If not, liberating you completely. It's my responsibility. I tell you, due to constant harassment, and Hinduism does not have legitimacy in India, I was not able to reveal all these truths to the world openly. It does not, please understand, power manifestation science has no legitimacy in India. When we practice and even present scientific demonstration, media and atheist terrorists are not interested in listening. They are only interested in creating the mob hatred by falsifying, attacking, abusing, making it illegitimate, and creating mob hatred, mob violence. Understand? By Paramashiva's grace, now I am in a safe place and space where I can reveal the truths as it is. I am telling you, all my initiated disciples, even if you are initiated into Samaya Diksha or Kalpatar Diksha, I give you the guarantee. You have given your GPA to me to handle you when you are not able to handle you. I will do my responsibility very committed and authentic way. And make sure your transition is beautiful. If you are very clear you want liberation, I'll make sure that complete liberation happens. If you want to have one more birth, I'll make sure you have a quantum jump in your natural selection process of your DNA and get a beautiful conscious body and enter into my disciples' home to live as my prince and princesses. Understand, Hinduism does not have a religious legitimacy in India. You need to be very clear. The false case was filed on me for claiming Aham Brahmasmi. Hey, that is the fundamental Mahavagya of Hinduism. Go to any temple on the top, it will be written Tattvamasi. Aham Brahmasmi. Just because I claimed Aham Brahmasmi, they filed a false case on me, saying I am 420. Oh God. And the real 420s who are making you believe that you are not God are roaming around. Unfortunately, even Hindu intellectuals have started feeling that I am God, Aham Brahmasmi, has no legitimacy. And they have started feeling if everyone claims they are God, what will happen? The whole legitimacy and what will happen to the whole society? It will become chaos. No. If everyone claims they are God, society will become so beautiful, powerful, amazing, peaceful society like Devaloka. Devaloka is a place where everyone claims they are God. But it is such a beautiful, peaceful, ecstatic space. Only Patala, where everyone claims themselves as powerless, is in suffering, not Devaloka. More and more people claim, understand. When you demand even with yourself to behave as Aham Brahmasmi, Paramashivoham, even with you, if you start behaving you are Paramashiva, it will just become reality. Same way, in the name of caste inequality, which is also huge atrocity material created on Hinduism. Really, I tell you, many religions kills the people who don't accept their principles, but Hinduism never killed. If you don't want to live up to these higher principles, at least be part of us in the next level. Understand, anybody from Shudra community started living these higher principles of cosmos, were immediately recognized and revered as Brahmana, much more than Brahmana. All the Brahmanas worship 63 Seva saints. 90% of them are not Brahmanas. In that 63, at least 55 are not Brahmanas. every day all Brahmanas worship all the 63 in the Seva temples, in Paramashiva temples. So you want us to understand this atrocity material generated on caste system is just to destroy Hinduism. I was watching a documentary on a Siddhi tribes who came to India, who was brought as a slaves by British. But once they reached India, Indian people liberated them and freed them. And all the Siddhi people ran away into the forest and they lived happy life, just like how they lived in Africa. They lived there, happy life and still living. Modern day, one brainwashed Siddhi, this fellow claims, oh, this Hindu society, so much of caste system. Hey, you have been brought as a slave to this country and Brahmanas liberated you, saying that slavery is wrong and they gave you equal right, and now you want to destroy that very structure which liberated you from slavery. What funny thing. British kept you as a slave and sold you. Hindu Brahmins liberated you from slavery and left you to live happily with freedom. And you want to blame the Hindu Brahmins? Fun. Understand, most of the atrocity material created, generated on caste system is only to destroy Hinduism. The false narratives are created. Atrocity material was generated. And the sense of belongingness was destroyed by destroying community system. And today, the main reason for the depression is human beings lost that sense of belongingness. Sense of belongingness will give you the clarity where you are going to be born next birth and where you were in the past birth. So essence of today's webinar too, whether your wet dreams are nightmares, when they are about to be realized, you will be pushed to the next level of consciousness. That is one. Next, do not be shaken by any fears which you can't handle yourself. If you are my initiated disciple, you have given your GPA to me to handle you when you are not able to handle yourself, and I will do my responsibility very authentically with all the powers and super consciousness of I am Paramashiva. I give you this assurance. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhatvaita Saivam, Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Next part of the Uttamottama Seva is the
To the people who are tired of living a human life, what if you could learn the science of manifesting extraordinary superhuman powers? Would you do it? To anyone who's ever dreamed of living off the grid, away from the rat race of society, what if you could live a life full of purpose, radiating leadership consciousness? Would you do it? To the people yearning to live an awakened lifestyle free from toxins like fluoride, what if you could live on an organic, sattvic, vegetarian diet? To the people who are pained at seeing the world torn by wars and violence, what if you could live a life raising the world's consciousness, teaching yoga and meditation? Would you do it? To the people feeling stuck in this society full of materialism and consumerism, we have another way to exist. A liberating lifestyle backed by thousands of years of knowledge and wisdom from the Vedagamic tradition. To all the people who want to work or study somewhere that will allow them to make a change in the world, why not work or study while making a change in the world? To the people who believe that life is a potential for endless possibilities, you're right. To the people who believe that the solution for today's problems is oneness, you're right. To the people who believe that humanity is ready for an evolutionary breakthrough, you're right. For those of you who just can't sit still, who know there's something bigger and better out there for you, and just want to follow your inner voice telling you to take that leap of faith and just go. Turning problems into powers. The superconscious breakthrough made user-friendly for humanity by His Divine Holiness Paramahamsa Nithyananda, now available in the West, Global Hindu University, Los Angeles, California. Registrations now open.
देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी पराशक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करण प्रिय परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणम अवधारय।
द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। Nithyanandam everyone, and welcome back to today's Shakti Avishkaranam. And what we're going to be offering today at Paramashiva's feet is from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 21, 29, Dharana 6. Is a Shakti of giving, third eye solution. Over here I have with me Ma Mrigapatika and of course two guests. I would like them to also introduce themselves today.
Nithyanandam. I am Ma Ishwara Priya from Bangalore.
So she's Ma Ishwara Priya from Bangalore, and I have with me to the left also a guest.
Nithyanandam. I am Ma Anita from Pune.
Okay. So we have with us two special guests in which we're going to be manifesting the power of giving third eye solution. However, in Adi Kailash, we manifest third eye through almost anything. Swamiji has given us many spiritual alchemy products in which carries high frequency energy, especially when connecting with the third eye in the state of oneness. You are able to see almost like a projector
projecting out onto the actual product. And what happens is that whatever it is that you would see in the third eye, it would get projected onto the actual spiritual alchemy product. So I have with me, Ma Mrigapatika is actually holding the eye of Paramashiva. This banyan tree is specifically taken by the banyan leaf that is situated and located over here at the Golden Temple in Adi Kailasa. And Swamiji's eye is imprinted on it. So what happens? The banyan leaf itself becomes Swamiji's third eye. So when you connect with your third eye to the banyan leaf, it reveals all sorts of information, all sorts of solution and powerful cognition in which the being is waiting for when it comes to giving a breakthrough. I would like to share with you, before starting the session, every single person that's watching via two-way live, we just simply put you into the third eye and the Anandagandha and opened up the Living Enlightenment book. The Living Enlightenment opened up to this page and it said, drop the idea that you have an addiction and it will drop. It is just a simple understanding. The moment a new thought comes, it means the old thought has lost its power over you. Otherwise, the new thought cannot arise. If the old thought is so strong, it should be able to multiple and sit on you. It shouldn't be able to leave your inner space. So the moment a new thought comes, it means the old thought has lost its power over you. Otherwise, the new thought cannot arise. So understand, sometimes whenever you're carrying a certain belief system, a cognition, something that you're deeply cherishing in your inner space. However, what you're manifesting outside of your space is powerlessness or not wanting to manifest a reality. It is because you believe so that all the thoughts that you have has so much power over you that it only stays in your. Well, guess what? That is why Swamiji has initiated us all into the Shakti of third eye awakening and the Shakti to manifest, going into your brow center, asking this real solution that is applicable for your very being. Just to the third eye, consciousness has the power to break open any type of self-doubt, self-hatred and self-denial. So all of you via two-way, please sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Be in entanglement with us as the Nithyananda yogis. Finally connect with your third eye and later on you can try this very Shakti with your partner. If you are staying and you are at like an Adinam in your local area, partner up with your whoever it is that's sitting beside you and you can follow along in this entanglement process. So we are going to be chanting the Shastra Pramana of third eye solution. The Shastra Pramana comes from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 50, Dharana 27. So I am requesting the Shastra Pramana to be projected onto the screen. Everyone via two-way, please you can chant along with it. So what happens when a person is chanting the Shastra Pramana? The powers and vibration of the Shastra Pramana hits you in a different level of frequency in which arises in your body as powers. It's very truth, it's very space, because it was written by the Rishis, because it was revealed by Paramashiva himself. What happens when this truth penetrates your system in the form of this Sanskrit syllable? Every part of your DNA that wants to express the power of third eye solution, especially once solving a person's life critical decision, it becomes the guiding force in you, and it becomes a power where it attracts anything, any auspicious moment in which you are needing to manifest. When you chant the Sanskrit syllables with us, understand that the very frequency it vibrates cuts across any type of thought that you're cherishing, any type of doubt that you are keeping in your inner space. So I have with me this banyan leaf, and in this, what Mrigapatika is going to be doing for the two guests that is seated on stage is that she's going to be remembering Swamiji in the third eye and looking directly into Swamiji's third eye. For the people via two-way, what you can do is, you're going to remember Swamiji in the third eye, and in the third eye, you're going to actually find a solution.